You're absolutely going to fail. That's the whole point. Nothing can ever be perfect. And I think that's one of the points to be taken from YouTube. Hey, I'm Cam Hayden. I'm an artist, poet, author, and now a YouTuber. The gag here is that I've been trying to be a YouTuber since I got my first camera. It was clunky and directionless, but it was me. I was never very consistent with it though, so it never really got past square one. I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to do, so I was just trying everything. I think that's one of the beauties of being a new YouTuber. At the top of the year, I decided I would dedicate myself to doing YouTube full time. Full time, like 1 to 2 videos a week, one research-based video essay, and one of something else. As of right now, I have 442 subscribers. I kept seeing this video pop up on my main YouTube page and got inspired to make one, mostly because of this one by a creator named Dora. I really liked the authenticity she put in her video. It made me really start to think about what YouTube had done for me. So I have a few points I want to tell you, even though I've only been doing YouTube full time for a month. I think I have a lot to take away from this. Number one, it's all about the process. Something that I feel like isn't mentioned on YouTube for people wanting to start is that it's truly all about the process. By that, I mean, you have to enjoy what it is you're making. You start to really fall in love with editing and coming up with ideas and filming. When you start, it's exciting and it's fresh and it's fun. You get to try any type of video that hits your heart because, I mean, you don't have a core audience yet. So anything is possible. I think this part might be one of the most important ones though. You need to learn in this time both how to trust in the process and learn to love it. I think this is why I keep seeing so many videos about YouTubers who have been on the platform for years deciding to retire. I mean, there's a part of this process that really requires you to set up healthy habits and healthy expectations for yourself. Everything is about foundation, as a friend once told me. So we must remember to set a strong one for ourselves. I think this is one of the most important parts, not only because do I think that like setting a strong foundation when you're initially starting, when no one's really watching, giving yourself the ability to go, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make sure that it balances out. You have to find a way to balance it all out ahead of time, or at least give yourself the grace to know that you're going to need to learn how to balance it out. A lot of YouTubers are quitting, and there's a lot of videos popping up of I'm quitting YouTube, I'm leaving YouTube, I'm doing this with YouTube, or I'm stepping back or stepping away from this channel. I watched a really important video by Ali Abdul, one of the creators that I've been watching for the past few years now. Ali made a video about this scenario, the scenario that is currently going on, the thing that we're seeing all over YouTube, if you're seeing it, where YouTubers are just saying they're retiring, they're leaving, they're stepping back. He made a really interesting point to note that at a certain point in his career, he did get to a similar situation where he really felt like he wanted to take a step back from YouTube and do less. And instead, he made the effort to really delegate all of the things that he needed done so that he wouldn't have to be affected by this. He finds himself now in a better state, mostly because of the fact that he made sure that the foundation was the same, or the foundation was set. So he made sure that things were the same. It can be really easy to get lost in the weeds, as I've learned. That is something to take away from that. Number two is I'm learning valuable skills. I can say without question that holding myself to a consistent schedule and keeping up with it has made me better at time management. I'm learning more and more about how to be a better video editor, learning more and more about how to be a better script writer, and learning how to hook people better each time. My brain has very much shifted into looking for inspiration in everything I do. So I love that this is where I've gotten. I love that this is what it progresses me towards. When I was a kid, I really loved the just general concept of video editing. While I wanted to be an actor and I wanted to dance, I really loved that there was so much that you could do in the video editing process. It made me feel so creatively inspired. And so to be able to use some of those elements, and then each time I make a video, I'm like, okay, let's try something new. Let's add this thing. Let's change this. I didn't really like this. This is a little time consuming. And I really just throw myself into the editing process. Now, obviously, as you become more and more engaged and you grow your following from more than, the 442 of the ones that are here right now, which I love, I cherish. I love the people that have come, stopped by, and been like, we love this new upcoming channel. You guys are great. As you grow, you probably don't have as much time to sit down and really enjoy the editing process. And so for me, I really love that I'm able to muster out these new skills, learn more about the things that I was already enjoying. I'm an avid writer. I love writing. So being able to just sit down and spend a day with some friends at a coffee shop and write a whole script out while just like letting life happen. One of the more important things for me is that I've been able to like take these questions that I have for you and really like discuss them in like society. Like I take them out before I even finish up the video and add more points so that way I have more to discuss. I have more of a wide variety of thought processes because I don't want just my own thoughts to be the things that sound like or that remain sound in these situations. I want an over-encompassing idea of what it is inside of these situations to really be in like whatever the question is, like to really be stuck inside of whatever that question is. Because for me, I think of these questions and I'm like, I know other people are thinking about this. Somebody has to be thinking about it. I can't be the only person who's thinking about it. And then I go out and I start to ask friends, well, what about this? Well, what do you do? And how do you deal with this? And what do you think about this? And then I bring up the information that I'm finding and they're like, whoa, I know about this. And I'm like, whoa, wait, that's new information. Put me on. I start reading. And it's just it's such a community-based thing. I'm a really community-based person. I really enjoy the fact that there is so much community involved in like the aspect of YouTube. Even just with my most recent video about the job market, I learned that the job market is not just cooked here in America, it is also cooked in other countries. And I didn't know that other countries were facing this challenge, mostly because most of the news that I receive is gonna always be circulated in the country that you're in. That's just a habit of like news cycles. It was just so refreshing to go into the comment section. And every time it is so refreshing to go into the comment section and perhaps somebody has a rebuttal and they want to talk about things from a different perspective. Perhaps someone has new information that I didn't know about. And I think all of these elements, this informational gaining skill, the way that I'm learning how to research better, the way that I'm learning how to write better, the way that I'm learning how to capture you initially, because we have short attention spans and we need a little catch. It's beautiful. It's really, really fun. And I really, really thoroughly enjoy it. And it's something that I think is one of the most beautiful things about fully diving into YouTube myself. The last thing I want to say is that this really quells my perfectionism. My perfectionism can't dominate here because I'm sticking to such a specific schedule and making sure I maintain that schedule. YouTube is slowly but surely helping to trim down my perfectionism. Perfectionism is one of the hardest things to deal with in my own personal life. I know that for other people that are also perfectionists, it is something that quells them a lot too. I have a lot of friends who are artists that haven't put out certain things because they're really, really working on it. And it takes them years to perfect the project and perfect the process and perfect everything. And they want it to be the exact product that they want it to be. And for a long time, when I kept going in and out of YouTube, I really, really, really wanted every video I made to be so perfect for you to watch it and for you to say, this person is putting their all into it, which is the case either way. I slowly started to realize that doing this, you hinder yourself from becoming any better. I love the ability to watch someone grow. One of my favorite shows in the world is One Piece. I love that we start One Piece in such a low place. We start One Piece thinking that, oh, this kid is really strong, he's powerful, he's unique. We don't know much about this world. We are journeying across it just like him. We're new. We don't know anything. We don't know the strength of anyone. And as far as we know, the strongest person is the king of the pirates. People stronger than that, or maybe um, the Marines. And that's all we know. As we progress through this story, we get to watch as Luffy learns, fights, struggles, tries, suffers, and learns from all of the things, and it only makes the story that much better. In the effort to give the world a perfect piece of art, we often find ourselves ignoring the keen facts in this world, that what makes something beautiful, what makes something perfect is in its imperfections. It is to see that maybe in a lot of my initial videos, until I get past the point of doing it, there's gonna be a lot of ums and ahs and little stutters in my speech because it's new. I have to learn how to read a script properly as it projects onto a screen in front of me. I have to settle out how to not look at my phone as much because it has the notes, and instead move it over to something better like a teleprompter. I have to decide how to better light a situation so that when I'm speaking to you, you're not bothered by the lighting. I have to slowly build out of these processes, and it makes the journey so much better to be able to go and look at how far someone has come. You have the ability to go and look at the backlog of their videos and see that at some point they were at the same situation as you. They were literally clueless. They kind of just put a video up and it wasn't so seamless. It didn't look so effortless. It didn't look so perfect because perfect doesn't exist. And I think that by doing YouTube full time with less than 500 subscribers, I have so thoroughly learned that you are perfect in your own way. And as you grow, your perfection grows. Um, and so your good becomes great and your great becomes perfect. But no one ever gets to see you go from good, great to perfect. And I want people to see that. I want people to watch as I have gone through my phase of learning how to make short form content for TikTok, moving over and transitioning to here, and learning how to be a better YouTuber, how to talk to you and tell you that you are fine in doing what you're doing, how to deliver knowledge, how to deliver wisdom, how to deliver the education and the random facts that I am learning about this world to you in a way that you understand, you feel, that you feel connected to. With all of that being said, I felt like I needed to do this video because I have under 500 subscribers and I'm so close to the mark of getting 500 subscribers, which is really exciting. I need to celebrate the fact that I thought that I wouldn't hit 500 subscribers until possibly, I don't know, like the end of the year or the middle of the year. And so I'm really, really excited by that. I thank everybody that has joined and anybody that will come later. I thank you that it comes to help me hit that 500 subscriber goal. Like always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is a new channel. I am on a mission to make this a full-time job, make this a full-time career, make this something that can both pay my bills and also gives me the ability to share my knowledge with the world. I really, really enjoy being able to share the things that I'm questioning or the things that I am learning with the world. I really love that I get to mix the elements of my video editing skills, my voice that everybody seems to love, my philosophical brain, the poetic nature of the things that I have written in this world, everything. I really love that I am able to share this with you. And so with all of that being said, yeah, I hope to see you next video. And thank you as always.